The third day of the ebbing and flowing LV County Championship match in Derby, where Kent are the visitors, was won emphatically by Derbyshire, who've given themselves a great chance of moving further clear at the top of the second division table, thanks largely to Tony Palladino. Derbyshire started the day well behind in this important match, with Kent on 93 for 3 in their second innings, already 226 runs ahead in a low-scoring contest. Michael Power gave them a good start too, with some early boundaries. The lead looked as if it may already be a winning one, with the ball still jagging off this greenish pitch. Tim Groeneval got the all-important breakthrough in the morning sixth over, with Powell clipping him to mid-wicket. With Rob Key, who began the day on 63, a rock at one end, things started to unravel at the other thanks to Palladino. He had Darren Stevens' leg before for a duck for his third wicket of the innings. Geraint Jones was then brilliantly caught one-handed by Wes Durston for 2, before Palladino struck in his next over as James Treadwell cut him to David Wainwright. From 109 for 3 when Powell was out, Kent had slumped to 118 for 7, but Matt Coles tried to stop the rot by hitting the first boundary for 45 minutes. But a swish off Palladino led to his downfall as well, as he edged to Durston to give Palladino the 7th 5-wicket haul of his career. His 6th wicket came in his next over, and it was the big one of Key, who, having made 81 of the 144 runs on the board, was superbly taken behind the stumps by Richard Johnson. Key was the 9th man out. It had been some morning for Derbyshire, who'd claimed 6 wickets in 21 overs. The lead was now 277, and every run that the last pair of Mark Davis and Charlie Shrek could get would be crucial. Umpire Rob Bailey was nearly taken out by a shot by Shrek. Palladino, though, was not to be denied, and when Davis clipped him to mid-wicket, he'd secured the best figures of his career of 7 for 53. On this morning alone, he'd taken 5 for 23 in 12.5 overs. Kent had collapsed to 161 all out to set Derbyshire a tough target still of 295, and they nearly lost Wayne Madsen in the first over after a horrible mix-up in the running with Matt Lineker. The pair survived until lunch and were able to reflect on a remarkable morning for their side, and then come out in the afternoon to try to make the most of it. And that's just what they did. Kent would have no doubt fancied their chances with the new ball, but the game, not for the first time, had taken a dramatic swing, and the momentum was now with the home side. Indeed, while Kent had lost 7 wickets in 19 overs, it took their bowlers 25 to register their first success, which came when Madsen gloved an attempted leave and gave Jones an easy catch behind. The openers had put on 83, a wonderful start for them, but after the addition of just 12 more runs, Lineker also perished when he was legged before to Treadwell for 45. So the next part of this game was now going to be absolutely crucial. If Kent could rattle a couple more out, then they again would be in the box seat. But instead it was Derbyshire who kept their heads, with Durston and Usman Khawaja seeing out the remainder of the afternoon session. It had become a real battle in what was a wonderful advertisement for the LV County Championship. Slowly but surely this pair started to put their side on top, for now at least. Khawaja released any pressure by depositing Treadwell back over his head for a 6, while a 4 from Durston brought up a very important 50-run stand for the 3rd wicket. The gloom was setting in now and the floodlights came on, but Durston kept up his concentration. He and Khawaja knew only too well the importance of this stand. Shrek thought he'd broken it, but the umpire didn't agree, Durston pointing out that the ball had struck his arm rather than his hand on the way through to the wicketkeeper. Before the rain arrived at around 5 o'clock to bring an end to the tension, Durston had taken his tally to 37, with Australian Khawaja battling hard for his 43 runs. It all means that we have a last day thriller in Derby. The home side will enter it on 168 for 2, needing another 127 runs for a win, which will put them 26 points clear of the rest at the top of the table. For now they are favourites, but given the events of this day, you wouldn't put money on it just yet.